Maybe
a second guaranteed win time in JD's show. Really,
that's what somebody if he makes it in.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Well, the ghost of his credibility is here at least.
He's pathetic.
He is.
I mean, he is honest to God pathetic.
He's like a 9-year-old kid. He had to get his nappy in. Although I did understand he was sucking on a couple of bottles last night. So maybe he's wrapped up and swaddled right now. But I will say this: all of his cohorts seem to be able to get up and come in.
Lots
on time.
of folks in here with us now. He can't answer the bell.
And we talked about this last week, and it was a chance for you. And I know, did you guys pick some people, David, off your email that wanted to come and be part of the big Bobby Mackey's over? It was like a slumber party / investigation, right?
Right. Yeah, we were gonna just take out and have some fun with it and see what we could come up with at Bobby Mackey's. And oddly enough, we had our contest winner, Amy, all revved up and ready to go. And we were supposed to be at Bobby Mackey's 8:30, and at 6 o'clock last night, I got a text page saying I can't come.
She couldn't make it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's too bad because I understand you actually got a little bit you got some EVP evidence and whatnot. And you weren't really expecting necessarily with all the commotion of the number of people that you had that you would necessarily pick up on anything. But it does sound like you've got a couple of things you want to edit together and get out there. So we'll be looking forward to hearing what that is. What did you pick up?
Well, we know that we got at least 2 EVPs that we heard. We got done about 3 in the morning, and so I spent a few minutes this morning listening to it before I went to bed. And we heard one question asking, is there anybody with us? And we got a yes out of that, a very clear, discernible yes, down around the Hell's Gate area.
Portal to hell.
Sure that wasn't JD?
Yeah, well,
he would have said no in answer to that question. Are you anybody here with us? No.
Yeah, we got a few others for JD. Then we got another.
I'm wet. Did
I'm
that
wet.
one come up?
Don't scare me.
Yeah, all right. Boo-hoo-hoo.
So we got a couple, and I'll once I get those edited for content, I'll email them to you. Guys can post those up.
Yeah, and I want to see the video. Apparently, you took some interesting video of him as well. So
yeah,
we definitely want that.
Yeah, oddly enough, JD's a pretty good paranormal investigator. He right before he got to the club, he already had a couple spirits.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Accompanying him?
That's right. He brought a 6-pack of spirits with him.
He smuggled them in his bladder?
Yep. So I don't know, about 1:30 in the morning, he's laying in the Hell's Gate hollering, come get me.
Is that right?
So I've got a nice night vision camera video of JD on his hands and knees in Hell's Gate digging underneath there going, what's this? Throwing rocks out. Throwing stuff out.
Bobby, I am so sorry.
Yeah, we apologize.
We really need to apologize. Yeah. And we'll get to everybody that's here because we have an order to things here. But I just want everybody to know Bobby Mackey himself is here, and we appreciate you coming in and being part of this because it's funny because this has been going on forever and ever, and I know a lot of different shows have come in and been part of this, and there's books, and we'll talk to Dan about the tours and everything, but having you here, this is the first time I've ever met you. As many times as I've been involved in stuff like this, first time I ever had a chance to meet you. So, A, it's nice to meet you, and B, we're very sorry it's under these circumstances.
Great to meet you. You're right. It's been going on like 20 years ago now when Doug Hensley wrote the book, Hell's Gate.
Yeah, and that's the one I read.
Yeah, so it's been going on for a long time, and it's crazy. I guess I'm the only person in the world who doesn't believe any of it.
Right, that's so funny because you think it's all hogwash, and everybody else is like, oh my God, this Jägermeister bottle came and attacked me, whatever. And it's happened to me a few times, no matter where I go. It's not just your place, but it's so funny because you are not a believer in any of it. That cracks me up.
But people come from all over the United States and want to spend the night in there, and of course we work it out to where they can. And some friends of mine from up in Lewis County, Kentucky, where I'm from, come down last night and did the tour. We've been having the tours during Halloween here on Thursdays and Sundays. And they called me on their way home and said they had some weird pictures, pictures with all kinds of stuff, smoky images and stuff in them. They took the pictures while they were there.
Well, and it's being involved with David, because I know David comes at this with I-KOPS, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Paranormal Society, from a skeptic's point of view as well. I mean, his job is to come in there and pull it all apart and debunk it. And so I think having you two kind of at the helm of this whole thing when everybody in the world wants to believe, and you two are like, no. Oh, that nope, dust, nope.
I've heard everything, and I didn't start it, and I can't stop it.
Yeah, so, how about that? That's you know what? That sounds like a good country song.
Yeah.
You'll work that up over there with Mike. Why don't you? I'll take credit for the title and just take 40% of it, and then you guys work it up and sell the hell out of it.
No, I think it's duly noted here, Bobby. Just so you know, he kind of has a little bit. He's professed to want to write country. Have you ever written one?
I've got about 10 country songs in my head. I'm ready.
Well, he'll have to get credit for part of this one.
All right, I'll give you
writing.
Well, I'm just kind of thinking maybe you guys could collaborate. Maybe you could show him some that you've written, and Bobby could us sing some of them.
Yeah,
but
that'd be great.
we got some crazy things coming up. Me and OMEB, the hard rocker here, it's the OMEB meets the country boy here. So we've just written a song called "Rockin' the Country," and we're going to do a CD together.
That's fantastic. And OMEB being the one-man electrical band, that'd be our man Mike Carr, who we've met long ago, and he does a great. He brings a lot of kids into the music business in an organic, very cool way. In fact, I know Gamble's got a buddy whose son plays and says he's just gangbusters, happy with it.
Tremendous, loves it, and a pretty good player. Jimmy Kamadeka would be his name.
Yeah. And now you guys are doing Sunday night. You're doing the
OMEB is going to be Sunday night from 8 to 11. Waking the Dead at Bobby Mackey's. I've worked all this time. I put the tradition and traditional country music in my club, and he's tearing it all up.
Well, you know what? He started it, and he can't stop it. So there you go. Now
it's going to be fun.
It's kind of like the Crossroads. I mean, there have been a lot of in recent years with a lot of the rockers getting together with some of the country. I think some of those are fantastic.
Yeah, Hank Jr. and the Kid Rock got together.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, look at Brett Michaels. Having done a couple of things, and it seems like there is a natural kind of a synergy there when you can find it, but it is kind of cool to see everybody doing this together. Now, I think the title of the show, The Waking the Dead, this is more, maybe it ought to be called Be Careful What You Wish For Night at Bobby Mackey's, because here's the deal. I could just see some sort of like cyclonic thing shooting you guys all up into the, well, maybe that's just a book I read.
Well, I'm going to show up, and he did a rock version of a song I wrote about the ghost, a song called Johanna,
right?
And he's done a rock version of that. That's very good. He's very talented.
And I've seen the. I think did you guys do a video together? Is that right? I saw the link of that.
Yes,
and we'll get that and post that on the Schlag for folks to see. So, Mike, tell me a little bit then about about what's going on Sunday. Is it going to be 3 hours of you? Or are you bringing some students in? How are you putting the show together for Bobby's on Sunday?
Well, there's a couple things going on. Obviously, we're doing the Wake the Dead thing, so I can make all the ghosts mad.
Sure.
Which is my whole point of being there. Let's play some Black Sabbath and get it going. So we're doing that. I'm also having my CD release party, which is my Black Sabbath tribute album, OMEB Bloody OMEB. And then, I know, I'm terrible.
That's good.
And then we're also doing a fundraiser for the Ronnie James Dio Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund.
Right.
And we're going to raffle off a guitar, and then the monies that come from that will obviously go to that cancer fund.
Now, it starts what time? That's 8 to 11. But what time will the doors open that night? And what is there a cover charge? You open at 5 o'clock. Will there be a cover charge that'll go to the charity? How will that work? Or
completely free. We've given away 1,000 free passes to this, and we finally said enough. It's free.
We'll have some karaoke going on, I think, from 5 to 8, and then OMEB from 8 to 11.
All right.
And talking about a video, OMEB and I, we're going to do a video. We're going to have OMEB on a moped.
OMEB on the moped. Well, you couldn't get him up on the bull? Come on now. Come on, Mike, get up on that bull.
There have been requests for that already.
To get you on the bull?
Kind of disturbing.
Now, has the bull ever said no mas? No thanks. Now we got Dan here. If you guys don't mind staying over the top of the hour, because we're going to get into some other things, because Cincinnati Tours has been responsible for a lot of the tours Bobby's talking about. I want to talk about some of the things that people ask you guys when you take these tours, how people, if they want to get in on them, can do that. Perfect for the Friday before Halloween.
You think?
If you guys don't mind staying around for a little bit longer, we'll get back into it after the topic.